What if I told you all of the events and interactions we have had with the Fatui are foreshadowing the future events in Genshin Impact? Let me explain. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sleepy Jazz, and I'm back with another Genshin theory today, and I'm going to be talking about our interactions with the Fatui, how they're all similar, and how they all could be foreshadowing future events, or maybe even the future fate of the Traveler. And let me explain why I think this. So I was watching a theory video just a couple of nights ago about how the storyline of with Arlecchino kind of foreshadowed the future of Genshin Impact. Um, and I noticed as the moment they said that we were too weak to beat Arlecchino, I kind of noticed a pattern with our encounters with the Fatui. Why am I lagging? Why is my PC frozen? Oh dear God, this is not good. Get out! Oh my God. Sorry. 1 second. I'm Oh, this PC is so fucking awful.
The
Oh my
world
God.
remains.
Please shut the fuck up. I'm mad right now. Please shut up. I'm mad. Okay, anyway, back to where I was. I kind of paused the video after they kind of referenced how, we weren't strong enough to beat Arlecchino alone as the Traveler. Um, and how that kind of raises concern. And I kind of stopped to think because I realized the Traveler has never actually beaten a Fatui member at all in any of our interactions with them, not even Child. And he's Tartaglia. Not only this, but I also remember how Arlecchino referenced that if she lost control, something bad could happen, which is why she has to kind of keep control of her emotions. And I've kind of noticed that, a pattern like with the Fatuis that they tend to overestimate their powers sometimes, and they end up going headfirst in the battle and either getting killed or seriously injured. Um, but also we've also seen this with the Traveler as well. During the Archon quest with the Red Shogun, as she's trying to take Toma's vision, we rush in headfirst into battle with her, and of course, we end up having a near death experience once again before Toma comes and saves us. You know, the guy we were trying to save, because that's just makes perfect sense. And then, of course, in one of our interactions where we meet Scaramouche once again, he also tells us that we are getting worked up over nothing and we are getting weak. And I do not think he means physically weak. I feel like it can be more of a mental thing. Oh my God, please. I feel like this is more of a mental thing because, the Traveler, I don't think the Traveler's really physically weak in many ways because they can, pretty much use whatever element they want when they want after they obtain it. They can even use up to multiple at a time. However, with everything they've been through, losing their sibling, saving a whole bunch of nations, I feel like their mentality is going to slowly start deteriorating over time. Not only this, but I feel like it is also going to cause problems in the future. Again, referencing the fight with Raiden Shogun after we get our ass kicked and we get kicked to the curb, and the Raiden Shogun's just slowly walking toward us, and all Paimon does is just sit there and shake us because she's a floating fairy who does nothing but talk all the time and eat food. Um, Till we're rescued by Toma. Um, I'm trying to. There's also like several other incidences where we kind of just rush in head first without necessarily thinking or anything. Now, of course, the Fatui are actually pretty powerful alone because not only do they have visions, but some of them also carry delusions, which are actually very, very powerful, but they also come with a consequence if not used carefully. And we have already seen some of the Fatui not exactly being careful. Hold on, I think I gotta use that cannon. Um, but we've already witnessed what kind of happens when the Fatui aren't careful with their delusions. For example, Child. He is, um, yeah, if you played his story quest and also the boss fight during the Archon quest in Leeway, you can tell he does something similar to the Traveler where he rushes in to do something head first rather than thinking about the situation. And I've also seen a pattern with the Traveler sometimes doing this a lot of the time. But also, I've noticed that over time, this has become like a more common thing for the Traveler to do. Rather than sitting back and waiting and plotting out something, they rush in headfirst whenever they see somebody in danger. Um, but of course, in the earlier quests, they didn't really do this as much. but they also did a little bit, I feel like. We also can't forget about the icon and legend herself, La Senora. Of course, she went headfirst into trying to fight the Archon for the Gnosis, even though it was already taken. And of course, look at where she's at now, dead. And also, if you look at Child, after he fought us, attempting to get the Gnosis from Zhongli, look at where he ended up in a very weakened and sick state. Not dead yet, but he was also very drained and weakened after that whole fight and ordeal there. And then you look at Scaramouche. During his fight, he was the one who was trying to become that god from the Academia in Sumeru. And of course, he tried to get the Gnosis and failed to do that as well and was defeated and then ended up trying to erase his memory. Also failed to kind of do that in a way. However, Arlecchino did not do anything like that. She kind of she kept her posture and remained calm. However, if she were to get out of control, things could go very, very bad if she were to lose control. However, if you look closely during some of the scenes, you can kind of see where there is a little bit of emotion that flickers across her face at times. However, I don't think she would ever be the type to ever lose control. But referencing that, I do kind of think that that could be foreshadowing that the traveler at some point could possibly just have like all these emotions and things just take over the traveler while they're in some sort of big fight. I think this is gonna happen whenever we meet the unknown god in Celestia. Because by then, of course, we're probably gonna have more stories with more fatui harbingers. So I don't know if this pattern will continue. But this is a pattern that I have noticed is that, for one, the traveler being too weak to really defeat them. Two, some of them going in head first into battle, and of course, losing and ending up getting really badly hurt or dead. And of course, three, the things that some of the Fatui have really said to the traveler, such as, of course, Scaramouche saying that they have gotten weaker, and of course, at the moment that they were getting worked up over nothing. So I feel like the traveler is going to probably start acting out of emotion, not really thinking logically, and you've already seen it a couple of times as well. And of course, that one interaction we had with what's her name again? Arlecchino, of course, most likely isn't going to be the last one. Neither is any of the previous interactions we've had with Child and some of the other Fatui Harbingers. Because we still haven't reached Shneznaya. I can't say that word. We still haven't reached the Cryo Archon yet, and we still have to go through Natlin as well, which is coming out pretty soon, I do believe. But I guess we'll have to see in the future. But that is just something I noticed, and I kind of wanted to point out that it could be foreshadowing the future and some maybe events with the Traveler and things like that. But that is going to be it for now, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.